Hey drummers, it's Rob Litton here from drumsnoword.com, and I've got a bit of a treat for you today. A free video song lesson teaching you that really cool drum fill intro to the song Spirit of the Radio by Rush, drummed by the Professor, Neil Peart. And what I will say is that this is an advanced lesson, and to be able to count this stuff is pretty advanced, but we're going to work our way through it. I've got the free PDF transcription that comes with this lesson, all 4 bars of it, so you can download this for free from my website. You'll find a link beneath this video and have it printed out in front of you. And if you could do me the favour of liking and subscribing and commenting on this video and other videos if you found them useful, then I really appreciate it. But we'll get on with the first bit. The tempo is 136 BPM, and the section I'm talking about occurs 13 seconds into the song. So it's 4 bars, well 3 bars of drum fill, and then the 4th bar I've got a little bit of the groove for you, the groove he goes into on the right cymbal. But like I said at the beginning of this lesson, what I will put out there is that this is really difficult to try and count because of the 30-second notes being thrown in, the offbeat stabs. I've got every single note that Neil plays for you, as the famous comedy saying goes, but not necessarily in the right order. What I mean by that is that because of the flow, the tempo goes from 136 BPM to 100 BPM over 4 bars. It's really hard to sort of feel exactly what's being played and the position it's being played. But this is exactly the number of notes he plays. It's just when you play along with the song, you're going to find that if you play along with a metronome and then you play onto the song, it's going to sound slightly different because of the slowdown in tempo and the way that the guys work together in the band. They're really tight and they can read each other, and when it starts to slow down, they can sort of play with it. So anyway, metronomically, here's what we got. So it starts off with the first bar, and another little caveat is that I've written it for 4 toms here. Neil Peart has way more toms than that, and if you want to change some of the orchestrations to different tom combinations, then absolutely fine. It doesn't matter. What I will say is when you're going down the drums, make sure you're going down the toms and not up them. But if it stabs individually on their own, then you can choose to play any combination of toms. It doesn't really matter, and it's very hard to hear exactly what Neil's playing. But what I've got here at the first part is between this tom and this tom. I'm going to use all 4 toms for this lesson. We got 1 E and then roughly, and this is again a case of listening to it many times, and it's kind of hard to hear exactly where he's playing it, but I think it starts between the and of 2 and the of 2. I'm going to say the and of 2 here because the number of notes equals correctly up to the 2 stabs in the second bar. So starting on the and of beat 2, we play like a herta, I believe it's called, right, left, right, and 2 30-second notes taking up the and then to beat 3, 3 E and, so just continuing with 16th notes. Then he moves up to his highest tom, or your highest tom, and we play from the of beat 3, and then 4 E, and then from that point it just goes down the drums and into the second bar, 1 E, and then 2 and. Those crash cymbals there on 2 and, they kind of sound like they're being a little bit delayed, like 2 and the of 2, but it's not really, it's 2 and. So 2 and then you've got to feel this rather than count it because it goes by so quickly. But starting on the E of beat 3 there, we come back up to what I've called the next highest tom, this tom here. Starting on the E of beat 3, 3 E and then 4 E, 1 final floor tom, and then this is kind of cool. What Neil does here is he flies back to the snare drum and crash cymbal to play the upbeat of the of 4 as a snare and crash cymbal, and that sort of follows the da 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 da. Sort of the band are playing those stabs, so you're getting a sense of what's coming up next. It's kind of cool the way they've included these stabs on the offbeats, which are going to follow the offbeat groove for the next section. So from beat 3 again, 3 E and 4 E and into the next line, the next bar. And I've chosen the 2 highest toms. We come in on the and of 1 and then down 2 toms, 2 E, and then a crash cymbal on the of 2, 2 E and then coming again in on the E of beat 3, so we skip over 3, 3 E and then 4 E and 4 E and I actually play it with my left hand because it rolls out that way, 4 E and then we skip over beat 1 and we go into that cool groove where Neil is just basically playing 16th notes on the right cymbal. The basic pattern is, well, the pattern he plays 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 and So now let me try and play this slowly, counting out loud. I'll probably make a few mistakes here, but I'll keep them in to show you just how tricky this stuff is to play. So I count myself in 3 and 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 and 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 and 2 and a 3 E and 4 and a... And also notice there the third bar, when you slowed it down, little point of interest here, not important, but just give you an idea of Neil's sort of feel and touch. He sort of starts to swing the 16th notes from that third bar from the E. He kind of plays 3 E and a 4 E and 3 E and a 4 E and sort of goes into that sort of feel. We all know that Neil was a bit of a jazz fan, so sort of swung those 16th notes I noticed when I was playing it really slowly. They sort of feel like they're swung at the end. So now let's just finish off the lesson. Let me play it for you up to speed properly without the microphone on so you can hear just the drums. Here's what that sounds like. So there you go, hope you found that enjoyable. Don't forget to download the free PDF that came with this lesson. You'll find the link beneath this video. You can have a lot of fun going through this. It's a classic Neil Peart drum fill. There's lots of hertas, this kind of stuff, you know, that kind of stuff. Neil loves to play that, mixed with offbeat cymbal stabs. I mean, it's a real mathematical nightmare to get through it and count it. So the best bet I recommend is just to listen to the song many times and to feel it. You've got the number of notes and you can just sort of feel it and play in time with the song. But best of luck with that. Let me know how you get on. You can email me, rob@drumstheword.com if you've got any questions. And don't forget also to visit the website and consider signing up to become an online member. Like I said, you get access to over 300 full song lessons. I teach a song from start to finish, and I'm adding more and more each week and month. So it's $97. I give you loads of freebies as a thank you for signing up. But if you've got any questions about that, you can see the website, email me, rob@drumstheword.com, or come over to my Facebook page and say hi. And until our next drum lesson together, toodle pip, and happy drumming to you.